and still going strong. White whales landed, he's played that song. Breaking the news, Hall of Fame on the line. With Connie's recipes, the stars align. He's the flame that never dies, a barbecue hero with fire in his eyes. Get in the smoke, let the fire take hold. Raise your lighter, stories told. Barbecue thunder, the spotlights glow. Rocking the pit on the barbecue show.
This is Rennie Knopf with Championship BBQ.TV, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the really big Barbecue Central Show.
Ooh, this is nice!
And this is the show that talks about all things that are important to the world of barbecue and grilling. The show originating from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, Bomb City, USA, Cleveland, Ohio. The barbecue capital of the North Coast. I am your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on your Tuesday evenings, a live fire fun and frivolity show. If you would like to get in the show, if you would like to get in contact with the show this evening, or you would like to follow the show during off-show hours, here's how you do all that.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at bbqcentralshow.com. Follow us on all the social media channels at BBQ Central Show. And be sure to subscribe to the show podcast feed on your favorite podcast platform.
Anything else you want to find out about the show can be found at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. And here's what's happening in case you get the newsletter. And if you got the newsletter, we know this about the first hour. A well-crafted, well-planned first hour has led to what happens sometimes in live fire talk. And I mean that in not live fire talk, I mean live, live.
We'll do it live.
That's right, Bill, that kind of live. In the live fire talk, every once in a while, and it seemed to have happened more than a few times this year, the first hour or the second hour crashes out. What does that mean? I don't know. People forget. People get sick. Storms are abound. Did I mention people forget? I don't know. I'm just taking a stab in the dark here, gang. But I can tell you, as I said a few seconds before, a well-crafted, curated, and, dare I say, manicured first hour has gone by the wayside. Not only leaving 35 past the first hour open, but 14 past the first hour. So, instead of panicking and saying, you know what, I'm going to pull in second hour into the first hour, we'll worry about second hour after the first hour or however long there is left after the first hour. I'm going to do something I rarely ever do. And, might I say, I have pinned it on the YouTube chat board. So, there is a link to vMix. I'm going to explain it very high level. And if you use it, fine. And only one can use it at a time. So if you click on that link and then you click login or whatever it is, I'm not even going to give you the intricate instructions. Although I would say, if you click on the link and you get to the login page, click on the blue text first that says to engage a deeper level of connections or to get to higher levels of, I don't even know what the hell it says. But click on the blue text first before you sign in. And then when you sign in, click on the join call or whatever it is. After you click on the blue text first, it'll bring you right back to a similar looking login page. Except the blue text will be gone because you've clicked on that, enabling a whole bunch of extra functions. And then I'll see you in the box here. And then I will get to you and you can tell me about your hot takes in the barbecue world, or you can ask me a question about the show, or you can critique me. Whatever it is, maybe you got a barbecue product or service that you would like to get out there to everybody. Free plugs tonight in the first hour. So again, if you have access to the YouTube channel, which I'll get to here in a second as far as how you access it, or you're currently watching, go ahead and it's pinned at the top. You can click on the vMix link, I believe, and then you can try and log in from there. I'm not even going to say make sure you have a USB microphone. I don't even know how many people of you would have a USB microphone. But we can attempt what is in the current day phone call, or all show lines are open to take phone calls. So have at it if you're so inclined. That's what the first hour looks like. I have some things to talk about. And then we'll move into the second hour. It is the fourth Tuesday of the month, by the way. Last week in October, if you can believe it, 2025 rapidly coming to a close. And the fourth Tuesday of the month of the second hour could only mean one thing. It is the Embedded Correspondents rolling in. We got there a mess of 100% Assurity questions. And I thought to myself a little earlier today, I call it 100% Assurity questions. However, I do make it a point, especially when there are new people coming in, to say these aren't questions. I'm making statements, and then I need a 100% yes or 100% no that you agree or disagree with the statement that I have made. So perhaps we should rename it 100% Assurity questions. Because, again, I'm not saying, are you? I'm just boldly making a claim. Also, Embedded Correspondents have sent in 100% Assurity questions over the last handful of months. I've asked them to participate if they feel so inclined. In fact, Matt Osman had a number of winners this month. Usually he gets one or two in. A lot of them are trash. But more than, I think, 4 or 5 made it into the show this month. So congratulations to Matt. But perhaps we should rename 100% Assurity questions to this. You let me know through the instant chat if you like it. 100% Assurity statements. How about that? Welcome to the 100% Assurity questions or 100% Assurity statements. The latter is more correct, is perhaps more properly identifying what that whole hour looks like. The 100% Assurity questions, not questions, 100% Assurity statements. And geez, if I can remember all the way into the end of November, and that's a month away from now, it seems like a lifetime, but it'll here before you know it as we get ready to round out 2025. If I can remember to say 100% Assurity statements in November, then there's a really good chance that I'm going to remember to do it from here on out, but we'll see if I can carry it to a second month. So that's what's happening on the show this evening. We're open in the first hour, and we have the Embedded Correspondents second hour. Don't forget, you can follow me socially, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all with the handle at BBQ Central Show. I don't want to discourage you from following me on Snapchat. I don't remember the last time I posted anything on Snapchat. Perhaps it's been years, perhaps, but it has been a long, long while, beyond a shadow of a doubt. However, all of my social media handles, we keep it very simple. We keep it very consistent at BBQ Central Show. Also, we say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of the video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where we have a YouTube poll question of the week, and we're asking everybody this, including all guests, which we will get to in the second hour. Do you take barbecue sauce on the meat or on the side? And currently 75% of you are saying the right answer, which is on the side. To me, why would you ever put barbecue sauce on the meat unless somebody is requesting it specifically? So you're at a restaurant or you have a food truck or whatever you're into, you go to order barbecue, whatever the meal is or whatever the proteins that you're getting. As a proprietor, I would say on menus, sauce served on the side, in parentheses, if you even want any. And then if you are a server of some sort, you're in full service food joint, the server would say, do you want the sauce on the side? Or, by the way, unless otherwise denoted, sauce is going to come on the side. Or, like a lot of barbecue restaurants do, boom, sauce on the table. You don't even get an option. Diane Me weighing in. By the way, hello, Diane. 100% guaranteed statements. I don't want to abandon the whole, like, the funnest part of 100% anything is the word. You can't see me using air quotes on the audio podcast. Is the word Assurity, which of course we all know is not actually a word at all. It's a made-up Rempeism. I'm very good at that. So I don't want to lose Assurity. It's either questions or statements. All right, she's jumping back in. 100% Assurity statements. I don't disagree, Diane. In fact, I'm going to agree with 100% Assurity with that statement. That I'm agreeing with you. And, as I said before, if I can make it all the way to next month and remember to call it 100% Assurity statements, I think we have a winner, and we'll have replaced 100% Assurity questions with 100% Assurity statements. Now, big news, we have a new sponsor here on the show, at least for a month. Smokin' Pecan Pellets. Don't be fooled. Not wood pellets. Not wood pellets. Smokin' Pecan Pellets. Not pecan. I mean, you can say pecan. That's how it's spelled. Are you looking for more smoke flavor out of your pellet cooker? Because let's be honest, sometimes it tastes more like a fancy oven. Do you want that stick burner flavor without the stick burner work? Who doesn't, right? Unless you enjoy tending fire all day and smelling like a campfire for a week. Look no further than the Smokin' Pecan Pellets. Smokin' Pecan Pellets are made out of 100% pecan shells. That's right. Nothing but pecan shells. No fillers, no binders, no artificial flavor enhancers. Your meat will thank you. Your wallet might thank you too after you realize you're not paying for sawdust. Smokin' Pecan Pellets are a premium cooking pellet that burns hotter and they last longer, and that means your pellet smoker will consume less pellets compared to pellet brands. More time to relax, less time refilling. Dare I say, practically a mini vacation. Their pecan shell pellets have a robust flavor that pairs well with a variety of meats, including the big ones: beef, pork, chicken, fish. Even your weird Aunt Mildred. Do you have a weird Aunt Mildred? If you have an Aunt Mildred, she is probably weird. No offense, Mildreds. But do you have a weird Aunt Mildred who only eats boiled chicken? Who might actually enjoy this? Yes, she probably will. Get the smoke. Burn the shells. It's a lifestyle, really. Promo code for Barbecue Central Show listeners, 10% off. BBQ Central is the code. And you visit Smokin', S-M-O-K-I-N, smokinpecan.com. That's smokinpecan.com. Is it? Damn it. Smokin' Pecan. Let's go right to it. Yes, smokinpecan.com. Sorry, wanted to double check because they are a new sponsor. And then as you check out, and buy a couple boxes, really. Don't be a cheapskate. Or as Sam the cooking guy would say, don't be cheap. Smokinpecan.com, and then at checkout for 10% off your entire order. BBQ Central. Because who doesn't love a good discount, especially when it comes to delicious barbecue and the closer we get to holidays? You could use that 10% savings on something else. Or buy an additional box of Smokin' Pecan pellets. Again, smokinpecan.com. That's smokinpecan.com. Promo code for 10% off. BBQ Central at checkout. We welcome our new friends, new potentially longtime partners, Smokin' Pecan. Again, not wood pellets, pecan shell pellets. Also, they have Smokin' Pecan shells. So if you're using a completely different fuel source, you can toss the shells on the fuel source for some pecan smoke. The options are almost limitless for what you can use those for. But tonight we're talking about the pellets. SmokingPecan.com, BBQ Central at checkout for 10% off your order. And we're back with open segments right after this. Stick around, be right back.
Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
And believe it or not, we have somebody on the phone lines. So hold your horses, pal. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard, makers of Fireboard 2, Fireboard Pro, Fireboard Spark, Fireboard Beacon, the wireless Fireboard Pulse. When you use the Fireboard app, you have total access to all devices anywhere in the world. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call 816-945-2232 today. Diane Me continuing to weigh in. Mac Grills made pellets with hazelnut shells years ago. Well, guess what, Diane? We're done with hazelnut shells. We're all in with pecan. Or for you northerners, pecan shells. I said, what did I get at Starbucks the other day? It was a pecan oat milk protein Corrado. I don't know what the... Usually it's just black coffee. Or no, usually it's blonde. It's a grande blonde Americano, right? That's my drink. It's as close to black coffee as I'm going to get. I don't like Pike's Peak or whatever the hell they call their house blend at the stores myself. So I go blonde roast, Americano, no cream, no sugar, and hot, because evidently you can get that iced as well. But that's just what I order. All right, well, let's throw caution to the wind and see where we're at. I have no idea. Bear with me. We're trying this off the rip. I have no idea if the audio is even going to be here. And if we have audio, don't grade me on it. I'm asking for, let's call it, average at best. And we'll see what kind of content we can pull out of it. And we go to the hotline. Name and where you're calling from.
Hey, it's Anthony.
Anthony! Parlaman?
Anthony, your cup guy. What's up, brother?
Anthony, I didn't know I was going to be having you call in tonight. I would have brought down one of those esteemed aluminum cups that have barbecue sauce. How do you get into printing shit? Did you just say, hey, I want to print stuff, or was it for sale and you brokered into it? What gifts?
Nah, I was a machinist for years and years, and then I was in between jobs, and my neighbor works for a can manufacturer, so we make all your beer and soda cans. And now I'm just doing whatever the hell they need to do, and we're doing this digital cup printing. So I was like, shit, yeah, let's make some for Greg.
Do you still make the beer cans and stuff?
Oh hell yeah! Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we've got
That's the
20
main part of the
plants.
business.
20 plants in North America.
Can you name the biggest customer of beer cans, or is that an NDA?
No, I mean,
Does it rhyme with Schmudlizer?
Rhymes with Rona.
Oh, how about that? You didn't know this, Anthony, but that's one of my Bobby, my oldest daughter. That's her boyfriend's one of his favorite beers is my Sharona.
Yep, that's one of our big jams for sure.
Yeah. Do you prefer it better in the bottle or the can?
Company man, I got to go with the can, dude.
Always. All right. Tried to trick you there, but you didn't fall for it. All right. So what's on your mind tonight, Anthony? And I appreciate you calling in.
I've been tuning in, I saw you had a little link to shout out at you, so I wanted to just say, hey, love what the hell's going on.
Well, we have Embedded Correspondents coming up in the second hour. Let me ask you this, Anthony. Would you ever pick up a hitchhiker?
Not now. I have in the past.
You have?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I did.
We look like we're probably about the same age. I would never pick up a hitchhiker. Yeah. Okay, so we're almost exactly the same age. My parents impressed upon me early a few items in life. Number one, did you lose me?
For a brief moment.
Right. So my parents impressed upon me, my dad most specifically impressed two things upon me in life. One, if you ever do drugs, and I'm talking about mainly cocaine or crack, two things would happen. You will die instantly. And if you don't die instantly, you immediately become hooked and you can't get off of it, and then ultimately leading to your demise. So I never did any hardcore drugs, weed, nothing, because I was scared I was either going to die or become addicted, number one. Number two, never pick up a hitchhiker because they will kill you immediately. So how old were you picking up a hitchhiker? And was it somebody you knew?
I think it was like 17, and they seemed like they were old enough to buy me beer, so.
Wow.
I did. Yeah.
Personal safety for beer, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did they buy you beer?
No.
Oh, man. What a risk.
They ended up older brothers, though.
Yeah.
That was.
And we've lost Anthony just like that. Oh, no.
Here.
Oh, here he is. Lost you there for a second. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, they didn't buy beer because they knew my brothers. And my mom used to put my brother's pictures in the delis saying, don't sell beer to these boys. They're not old enough.
Wow. Your mom owned a deli?
No. We just lived in a small town, upstate New York.
Where at?
Newburgh.
Newburgh. Is that close to Saratoga Springs?
About an hour.
North? South?
Hour south.
Yeah.
We have a can plant there in Saratoga Springs.
Are you canning Saratoga spring water?
I don't think they do.
I see that health guy chugging down Saratoga water, but it's always in this crystal blue bottle. He's increased their sales by like 900% or whatever. I forget what that guy's name is on Instagram, but I've never seen Saratoga water in a can. I've never seen bottled water in a can.
It's funny because it doesn't last forever in the cans. I don't, how they always say the plastics, it gets hot and they go bad. Same thing with the metal. The coating they put inside only lasts so long. So yeah.
What's the life expectancy of a can? We're getting breaking news.
I think we have from the time we make it till the time it's filled, like it has to be out within like 2 years.
Huh. All right, so you got time, but don't be letting it hang out.
Yeah, because one of the things, I'm up in R&D for us, so I'm not at like the actual manufacturing plant. And so like I learned a lot of weird shit. Like whipped cream was one of the worst things I ever heard they could put in a can. They used to eat right through the sides of the can.
Oh, really? I thought it was because everybody and their mother back in the day was tilting the can just so and then pressing the nozzle and doing a whippet.
Well, I mean, all right, yeah, we're gonna go back. No disrespect to Mom and Pa Rempe, but like, I mean, I instantly die, and I'm not hooked.
I heard
just,
that.
You know, here in your garage talking to Greg on a Tuesday night.
Well, Mom and Dad, look, Anthony is just fine doing massive amounts of whippets. Didn't get addicted and is obviously completely alive. So anything else, Anthony, before I let you go tonight?
No, brother, man, this was terrific. Thanks. I'm glad I got to say hi to you in person-ish.
Yeah, well, appreciate you calling in and helping the show through the first segment. And again, thank you very much for the cups. Bobby brought some back to Pittsburgh. I hate Pittsburgh, but at least she's got some representative cups that she was very thankful for. So once again, appreciate that.
Outstanding.
All right, pal, have a good night.
You too. Give Solberg my love, brother.
I will, absolutely. John, must be a fan of John. All right. Now, Anthony is off, so if somebody else wants to bump in, I'll be able to see you do that. I'll actually, do I want to leave that up there? Nah, better not. We'll take that down. So appreciate Anthony jumping in. Longtime fan of the show and supplier of aluminum cups to this house. I think to the tune of 40 or 50, but Bob took 10. I told her to take more, but she didn't listen. I told him it was okay to dent them and just toss them out, whatever. In the meantime, if we wait for somebody to jump in, I have some other items that we want to talk about. A quick update on the poll question of the week. Do you take sauce on your barbecue directly or sauce on side? 79% of you are saying sauce on side. Yes, indeed, that is the right answer. Of course, I didn't get to it last week or the week before, but a few weeks ago we had an email from our pal Terry in Kentucky.
Terry?
And it appears I have a minute or so to get to Terry in Kentucky. And he's writing in, Greg, listening to the show from last week, so this is probably 3 or 4 weeks now at this point. Listening to the show from last week while I mow the pasture, hearing you say that some barbecue podcast ranked you 143rd most global influential person in the industry. I'm shocked that you were so low. Is there an email I can send a note to for support in you getting a higher number? Love the show. Regards, Terry. Terry, thank you for writing in. And we have now covered this perhaps ad nauseum, but I will go ahead and give you an answer anyway, Terry, since we do find ourselves in a little bit of extra time here. Number one, I have had a number of back and forth messaging opportunities with the folks at the Underseason Barbecue Podcast. They are gentlemen. Jay Beaumont, a stellar human being, as Jeff Pryles said last week, a co-founder of one of the coolest things to say ever out loud, the Australasian Barbecue Society. Who doesn't want to become a member of that just to be able to say, yes, I'm a member of the Australasian Barbecue Society? So they are, Jay is a founding member of that. Jess Pryles, by the way, a co-founding member of Australasian Barbecue Society. I believe there was a third person that I will not remember. So Jay, a very accomplished live fire putter-oner of events, does the meat stock down there in Australia. Jay, I don't know what it looks like from a fly me out there situation at the tune of no cost to me, all cost to you. But I'm very entertaining. Put me on stage. Pair me with Jess Pryles if you're going to be bringing her down this year, unless it's already happened, and I apologize I'm late. But, of course, there was always next year, and you want to bring me in. Jess and I can do some back and forth. We could perhaps team up on a interviewing the meat masters that you might have in, or put Jess on stage and I can interview her as the tens of thousands of her fans, because of course you're in her home country, are showing up in droves to hear what she has to say about how she got into it, about her meat science background, about how she's a meat science grad, about her cooking, about her recipe writing, book writing, now going to be 2 books deep here before we know it. I'm really quite a talent, and my appearance fee has got to be considerably less than what a lot of these other so-called big shots are probably charging you. And I'm here to work. You can ask all the people at the Hartville Hardware Grill Fest. Now, look, am I saying that Hartville Hardware Grill Fest is on the same level as Meat Stock? No, but I'm not saying that it's something to sneeze at either. In fact, I would say it's nothing to sneeze at. One of the jewels of live fire during the summer/early fall here in the whole state of Ohio. In fact, the quad state region, that being Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Let's even call it the Quint region. Let's even go further. The sex region. Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Let's mix in a West Virginia. Let's mix in a Kentucky. And let's not forget our Ohio, of course. I believe that accumulates 6 states. So the sex region of barbecue, the crown jewel, as everybody is coming to say it and believe it, is the Hartville Hardware Grill Fest, and we're going to do it again in 2026.
We'll do it live.
We will do it live again next year, next September. 3rd week, I believe. You can start to pencil in that date. The 3rd week of September always seems to be where we're at, and we're looking forward to doing that again. So anyway, Jay, you can ask everybody at Hartville Hardware that is of importance that hires me back every year. Do I show up early? Yes, every day. Am I prepared? Yes, every day. Do I have questions? Do I have ideas? Do I have fun facts? Do I have game shows at the ready? Yes, 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 and yes. Do I stay after and clean up? Do I put chairs away? Do you need me to spot clean something, shoe shine something? Do you need me to take a star back to their trailer? I'm not above anything. I'm not better than anyone. No, sir. I'm just the average worker bee. And, hey, I'm here to entertain as well because guess what? I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good at it, everybody. So there's my pitch to Meat Stock. By the way, if you think I'm wrong, all right. We can agree to disagree. And what? Most important rule here on the show. We can agree to disagree. We can still be friends because that's what we believe here on this show. It's one of my guiding philosophies in life. We don't have to be at odds with each other because I believe something that you don't or you believe something that I don't. You might believe in Jesus Christ. That's nonsense, but I don't hate you for it. You go right ahead and believe that all you want. Go ahead. I'll love you just the same. God bless you. Anyway, Terry, thank you for writing in. By the way, as I had mentioned any number of weeks, what is going on here with Doug? Look at Doug messing with the agenda in the final moments. I had many internal struggles as I saw myself at 143. I didn't have any internal struggles with that. I was just happy to be on a list anywhere. First time I've ever been on a list, I believe. Unless you're talking about, I listen to X Barbecue podcast, what other ones are out there, and then I just get lumped in, sometimes as an afterthought. This is the first time I have been on a list on purpose that somebody thought about me and said, yeah, you know what? We will put him on. So they included me. Very, very happy, very thankful. But as I see Daniel Vaughn being revealed as number one, Jess Pryles said she didn't have any problem with that. She actually thought it was a great choice. I did have, initially, Terry, internal struggles with if Daniel Vaughn should have been number one or not. As I had mentioned before, definitely, and with no questions asked. Number one in Texas, beyond a shadow of a doubt, beyond reproach. No reproach necessary. Reproaches not needed. But I'm not sure if he's influencing the rest of the world. But then I say to myself, you know, if he went to Paris and had a great barbecue, especially if it was in a style of Texas, but if he had great barbecue in Paris, I feel like that place would instantly do better because of the nod, because it's a high tourist area. There's probably a lot of people that like barbecue. They know who Daniel is. And if Daniel said, hey, this is a great barbecue place, while you're in Paris, stop by and hook up with some of their Texas-style brisket, I do believe that that restaurant or those restaurants would inherently do better. So then I think to myself, indeed, Daniel Vaughn should be number one overall, most influential person in the world. Of course, then I argue with myself again, and then I talk myself back out of it, and that he should be number one again. Oy vey. Good for you, Daniel. All right, let's do it. Let's throw caution to the wind again. We got a minute and a half, but I can stop the clock in case we're going well. We go to the hotline and welcome it. Holy shit, it's Johnny Maggs. I know that puss anywhere. Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Greg.
What's happening, my friend?
Not much, my man. Don't you just love the joys of doing it live?
Yes, always.
We'll do it live.
Bill, okay, Bill, easy. We're going to do it live. I had no thought that tonight wasn't going to come off without a hitch. And then right around 5:45, everything went into the ditch. And instead of panicking, I said, you know what? Let's see what happens when we throw the link out. What kind of fish can we catch? What kind of gold can we mine, both in a live sense and then for the folks that are going to be taking it in their convenience through podcasts? What kind of gold can we mine? So what is Johnny Maggs burning on these days in the barbecue world?
Oh, I'm in a bit of a funk with my guests.
What do you mean?
You know, shooting out messages and trying to book and get everything on the calendar and start a conversation, and then all of a sudden the week goes by and you never hear from anybody. And so, you know, it happens a couple times a year, but we got a couple things lined up, so we'll be getting into the through beginning of December for the podcast. So we're doing all right. Then we'll see what December through the holidays leads to.
Who's the big name you got coming up, or who do you want?
Oh, I'll talk to really anybody. But I had a wonderful conversation last night with a dear friend, Alton Matthews of the Dogfathers Barbecue. He's a member of the original crew with, you know, me, Smoking Joe, him, and a bunch of the other guys when I first got into everything many years ago. And next week I have a gentleman, Wes Garrett from Piglytically Incorrect out of Mississippi. The week after, I'm talking with the boys from Turbo Trusser. Gonna
Oh, yeah?
talk turkey coming up on Thanksgiving.
I just saw that they got into Walmart, by the way.
Yeah, they got the gold ticket for Walmart, so that was great. They also got into 250 Lowe's stores.
Do they have
throughout the
they have
country.
Turbo Trusser at your Lowe's?
No, nothing in the Northeast.
dear.
Because I know, like Doug got into Home Depot, and as far as I know, and he might be able to correct me if I'm wrong next hour, but I guess Home Depot doesn't tell them what stores they're in. So they're kind of a guessing game, but the Turbo Trusser guys had posted all the stores that their products are located in, but nothing up here in the Northeast.
Hmm.
So it is what it is.
Would you buy one? Do you have one?
Oh, I have all their products.
You do?
They have a lot of good stuff out there. Yeah,
They got
have
a chicken trusser
the
and a turkey trusser, right?
They have the turkey trusser, the chicken trusser. They recently came out with a it's a 2-pack of Cornish hen trussers. Uh, they have a jalapeno popper tray, which is very convenient. I like it very much.
Was it like metal
Then
with
they
holes
have,
cut out of it?
yeah, no, it's
No,
like you would see the traditional that the
like the whole
jalapeno would
peppers.
sit in the whole pepper.
Yeah.
These are jalapenos die cut out of the metal tray. So, it's cute looking. So the popper, the pepper lays sideways.
Huh.
And do a dozen or so on there. Then they also have a cream cheese platter that doubles as a serving tray and also the cooking vessel itself.
Like
The
smoked
handle
cream
is
cheese.
designed to come out
Uh-huh.
so you can move it, but then also becomes the spreader for said cream cheese
Yeah.
after preparations is complete.
All right, big question coming up here for Johnny Mac. The most overrated thing in the history of viral barbecue anything was smoked cream cheese. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Of course it was.
It's good. It's delicious, but it just seems
So
a lot
overrated.
of work.
I mean, is it? You drop a piece of cream cheese, you throw some rub in it, and you put it in the smoker, and then everybody's falling all over themselves talking about how great it is. I mean, it's smoked cream cheese, Jack.
No, absolutely. I remember as a kid growing up, my mother, my grandmothers, my aunts, at any party we'd have would have cream cheese topped with something, but it was room temperature cream cheese.
Yeah.
So you're ideally doing the same thing, except you're adding barbecue rub or a barbecue sauce to it now.
And a little smoke
So
essence.
a little smoke essence, yes, correct.
Johnny, have you ever been
But yes,
electrocuted?
once.
Once? Do you remember what happened?
Once. It was a plug for a fan. And I reached to unplug it and came to life a little bit.
Did you stick your finger in the outlet on accident or something? Bad cord?
No, it didn't. The cord must have been had a little bit of a sever to it, and I wasn't aware. So when I grabbed it to unplug it, I got a little zing.
My mom tells a story, I don't remember it, thank goodness, where I might have stuck a fork in an outlet, started doing the crazy dance. Very young age. Very young age. Now we know what happened all these years later. Anything else before I let you go? Johnny Mags, and appreciate you calling in tonight.
No, that's it. I saw you. You had a little issue here, and I was available, so I'll help you kill some time for sure.
Johnny, I appreciate your fandom, and I appreciate you helping me pass some time. Thanks so much.
Anytime, brother.
There he is, Johnny Mags right there. And the phone lines remain open, except after these messages. By the way, I know some of you were wondering, is that an astronaut? Yeah, that's an astronaut. Can you guess where I got it? It can't be too hard to guess. Go ahead and guess in the instant chat. I'd say you win a prize. Ooh, I got to remember to talk about this. Hey, what do we love about ceramic cookers? We love that they're fuel efficient. We love that you can achieve low and slow temperatures for traditional barbecue meats. We love that you can get rip-roaring hot for high-temperature grilling of steaks and other thin cuts. But what's missing in the everyday lineup of ceramic cookers? The real ability to do true two-zone cooking. Two-zone cooking is very important to both professional and backyard cooks. It's the best way to manage a fire and cook with confidence. However, getting a two-zone fire in a round ceramic cooker is not very realistic. Why? Because it's round. Enter Primo Grill. The game-changing oval design, the shape gives you the ability to execute a two-zone setup that you desire. It also gives you the other ceramic grill benefits as well. Really, when you break it down, there are more than 60 different ways to configure the Primo cooker, so you're only limited by your culinary imagination. If you're into accessories, you know that the Primo has accessories galore, like the Primo Grill rotisserie, the Primo Grill pizza accessory, just to name a few. Here's the bottom line. Best ceramics in the biz, patented technology, true two-zone cooking capabilities with multiple sizes. Only sold through dealers, so you have to find one near you, primogrill.com, and then use the dealer locator to find said dealer near you. Then visit them in person, touch and feel all the Primos. You're going to love them. Who's ready for a Primo? I am ready for a Primo. Got to get to this here, too. Don't want to forget about that. Phone lines remain open, so if you are watching through the YouTube chat, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat, probably right below where the poll question is, and you can click through that link and try and connect. I'm guessing it's not very hard. Both Anthony Parlaman and Johnny Maggs connected in here in the first interview segment. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Welcome back, and I thank caller Johnny Maggs and Anthony Parlaman for joining me last segment. This portion of the show being brought to you by Pit Barrel Cooker, the most unbelievable outdoor cooking device on the planet, available in 3 sizes with a host of accessories. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or professional, it's a cooker you want to add to the arsenal, especially in that upright barrel cooker segment. Visit pitbarrelcooker.com and then tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. I do have a cigar update that I'm going to be getting to here in just a moment. And let me get to this here. Yes. That's right. Push in? I do. Stand by. Here we go. All right. And the phone lines are open. So let me get to the cigar update first. All right. Look, I think at least 4 of you now are waiting on green cigar samples. I have them. They are packed. Here's what you're going to be getting. Number 1 cigar, you'll be getting a green Toro, a green line Toro from McAuliffe. That is number 1. And then, because I have been tardy, was also out of town for the better part of last week, you will also be getting McAuliffe Purple, which was the most recent one to the green. So all of you that are currently waiting, I have everything packed. It will be going to the the postal office, post office, tomorrow morning as I make my way into the office, or after I have so here's what's happening. I have a breakfast meeting with the Cummins guy. He's an engine guy. And then on my way from the breakfast meeting with the Cummins guy to the office, I will stop at the post office and I will send your McAuliffe green line cigars and purple. How about that? On me. It's free. And as some of you said in the email request, if it's free, it's me. By the way, I would like to say this, and I think I might have mentioned it last week. I have been featuring the green cigar in the mobile lounge here over the last number of days. And I got to tell you, is it Matafina wrapper? It's something special. It's very good. It might have bumped McAuliffe Red down to number 3 if we're going to go ahead and rate these. So currently I'm sitting McAuliffe Black, I think McAuliffe Green, and then McAuliffe Red, and then McAuliffe Blue, and then McAuliffe Purple. I believe that's how many they have out at the moment. A purple last for me, and then blue second to last. But black, green, and red are just exceptional cigars. And I might even say that we have a 1A, 1B, 1C. No, I'm going to say 1 is singular by itself, and it always goes back to McAuliffe Black. It's a banger. It was Cigar of the Year a couple of years ago as well. 2A, 2B, McAuliffe Red, McAuliffe Green. McAuliffe Green, McAuliffe Red. Completely different wrappers, completely different flavor profiles. Yes, the innards have that essence of Nicaragua, where if you like Nicaraguan cigars, it's a really good chance you're going to like a lot of the McAuliffe portfolio, regardless of if you're smoking in the color line or not. But the Matafina wrapper is a night and day wrapper difference than compared to the McAuliffe Red. But both are exceptional cigars. So you will be getting a green and a purple in the mail, and that is your cigar update. Look for it tomorrow. I will send confirmation emails out tomorrow if you are looking for confirmation emails. A lot of you aren't looking for that. You're just happy to get it when you get it. Now we have this.
A Barbecue Central Show exclusive news update.
Greg Rempe reported from the breaking news desk here in Cleveland, Ohio, the city that breaks the most live-fire breaking news across the country, nay, the globe. And I am Greg Rempe filing this report from said Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city and Bomb City, USA. I don't really know how to lead up to this other than to say this. For all of my 50-plus years of life, as I've just broached into the 51st on July 10th of this year. But for most of my 50-plus years of life, I was born as Gregory Rempe, no middle name, and I have maintained Greg or Gregory Rempe, depending on if I need to be formal or if we're just chopping it up amongst pallies. I have abided by what has been my government name, Gregory Rempe, all along. However, as of October 22nd, 2025, you will now have to call me Lord Gregory Rempe of Blairdom. And if you don't believe me, here it is, the Certificate of Disposition and Proclamation, Lord Gregory Rempe of Blairdom. And you can't read all the text there. However, I can. The Scotland Titles Estate in Fife, Scotland, herein referred to as the estate, has been partitioned in dedicated sovereign plots of land. The Lord, me, has petitioned unto Scotland Titles on this day their intention to purchase, and Scotland Title has determined to accept the disposition of plot of land, the estate, and the casdom, hereto referred to as the land. Basically, what they're saying in funny Scotland talk is, I'm a landowner in Scotland, and that makes me a lord, bitch. Now, while I do have that, by the way, here's a cool flyer that shows where my plot of land is. Also on my plot of land, which is 1 square foot by 1 square foot, they're putting a tree because I love greenness. This is the land proclamation with reference number as far as where it is located. And then perhaps the most important part of all, the master title deed, which I have yet to execute because basically by signing the deed, I have to also change my name and title from the underside. So I have to go deed of change of name and title of Gregory Rempe, now Lord Gregory Rempe. And there are certain things that I have to abide by, 3 things actually. I absolutely and entirely renounce, relinquish, and abandon the use of said former name of Gregory Rempe and assume, adopt, and determine to take and use from the date hereforth the name and the title of Lord Gregory Rempe in substitution of my former name, Gregory Rempe. Number 2, I shall at all times hereafter in all records, deeds, documents, and other writings, and in all actions and proceedings, as well as in all dealings and transactions, and on all occasions whatsoever, use and subscribe the said name of the title of Lord Gregory Rempe as my name in substitution for my former name of Gregory Rempe, so relinquished as aforesaid, to the intent that I may hereafter be called, known, or distinguished by the name and title of Lord Gregory Rempe, and not by the former name Gregory Rempe. And perhaps this is the most important one of all. Number 3, I authorize and require all persons at all times to designate, describe, and address me by my adopted name and title of Lord Gregory Rempe. In witness whereof I have hereunto subscribed my adopted name and substituted name and title of Lord Gregory Rempe, and also my former name of Gregory Rempe. Now, also, since I am said landowner of Scotland, blah, 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 it comes with this great informational, but who gives a shit? The most important part of all of this is, number 1, I did legally buy land in Scotland, and I am now legally a lord. By the way, I got it as a birthday gift for my wife, Becky, who is a now official lady, Lord and Lady. So you have Lord Gregory Rempe and Lady Rebecca Dawn Rempe. And by the way, in case you missed it, everybody, that means you guys, have to refer to me, designate to me, and address me as Lord Gregory Rempe. Or there are a few things that I will take in its place. If you would rather not call me Lord Gregory Rempe, you can just say, yes, my lord. And if you're talking to my wife, you can say, yes, milady. Or as Doug is saying in the instant chat, LGR for short. I don't like that. Milord, or to my wife, milady, is acceptable. Otherwise, give it to me. Give me my new government name, Lord Gregory Rempe. So when you say, oh, Lord, it's not like you're exasperated. It means that you are properly qualifying me. Now, if that weren't enough, if you use Google Maps and you think I'm full of it, go to Google Maps, go to the search tab, and in the search, type the Rempe Estate. In fact, I'll do it for you. Here's what you will find. Right here, here's the pin, the Rempe Estate, right by the Baker Estate, the El Sheikh Estate, the Blairdham Estate, the Henderson Estate. You have the Rempe Estate, by the way, if you would like to see what my current undeveloped land looks like. Look at that. Winner, chicken dinner. Look at, I believe right here where this tree is. Is that a tree? Maybe it's a bush of some sort, acacia tree. I don't know what the hell it is. That could be mine. I mean, you can see it. So it's got to be mine. 1 square foot of land by 1 square foot of land. Thank you very much. I am the Lord Gregory Rempe. Again, right here. Go to Google Maps and type in the Rempe Estate. It really shows up. It's a historical landmark, toots. All right, we are back to wrap the first hour right after this, where I will become increasingly overbearing that you used my new proper name, Lord Gregory Rempe. By the way, Katie Rempe, not a lady or lord, saying, time to get an affiliate deal with Scotland Titles. I don't disagree. Anyway, we will wrap the first hour right after this. Stick around. Be right back.
You're listening to the BBQ Central Show. Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the BBQ Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All of a sudden, I've realized There's a lot of updating to do. David Lee, big voice guy and imaging professional for the show, is going to need to address me as Lord Gregory Rempe. That's worth the money. Kate also weighing in. Please update the show notes. I don't disagree with that either. We'll be updating the show notes. Doug Scheiding, that is Lord Greg Rempe to you and I and the rest of the world. That's right. Might I suggest hitting whatever Scotland Title's website is and joining me in the fun and frivolity and complete legalness of being a lord. By the way, if you're going to do it, spring for the official paper packet. It really adds a legitimacy to this whole thing. I mean, listen to the weight of that paper. This is heavy gauge. Plus, you got the naming title deed that you can, I guess, turn in to the clerk of courts. When I get my new license, I have to bring that certificate in, Lord Gregory Rempe. Oh my God, that's going to be so awesome. I should probably get my passport redone. All right, stick around, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Austin Parsons, Pitmaster with Smoky Mountain Q in Nashville, Tennessee, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate sushi or wiener.
Oh, listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. It is the Barbecue Central Show, where we talk about the most important things happening in the barbecue and grilling world.
Boing.
David Yule. While you're at it, get Mountain Rushmore fixed. What are you talking about? David, Mountain Rushmore isn't broke.
Boing.
Mountain Rushmore is what I wrote on the paper, and David Lee spoke what I wrote. So while it might sound new or wrong to you, Mountain Rushmore, I mean, it's technically Mountain Rushmore. They just call it Mount Rushmore for short. So Mountain Rushmore is technically correct, not wrong, so doesn't need to be fixed. In fact, I would say that Mountain Rushmore has become quite an endearing gaffe as far as things that happen on the show. Katie Rempe on fire also writing in 100% yes or 100% no. If you don't call Greg Lord from now on, he will block you. 100% yes to that. But David, if you don't know the story, when you hire the most prolific and professional voiceover talent in the world, the one thing that you find out very quickly is that those people become very successful by reading exactly what you give to them. And when I went back after I heard the read and I heard it say Mountain Rushmore, I thought certainly David didn't mess that up on purpose, right? So I went back and read the copy. Indeed, he didn't. Mountain Rushmore. I wrote mountain like a dope. Alas, he just stood there with paper in hand and regurgitated it right back out into the recording DAW software like he should, because that's what he gets paid to do. And lo and behold, all these years later, we have a classic, Mountain Rushmore. I mean, would you want it any other way, David? I know the answer is no. You want to hear Mountain Rushmore at least twice every Tuesday if you're tuning in live, or one time on Wednesday during hour number 1 and one time on Thursday in hour number 2. Still to come on the show this evening, the Embedded Correspondents. And by the way, the show is originating from
Palm City, USA, Cleveland.
Also, we say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. We have a YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody. We'll be asking the Embedded Correspondents here shortly, and we're asking, do you like barbecue sauce on the meat when you order it, or do you like it on the side? I can't believe we are clawing back closer and closer to 50-50, but currently 70% of you are saying on the side, which I agree with. I can't believe 30% of you want it on the meat. Well, you want to taste the meat first? I'm going to give you a hot take. You go to any barbecue food truck, you go to any barbecue restaurant, you go to anywhere that is serving barbecue, however they're serving barbecue, and when you order it, if the sauce comes on it, immediately suspect that they are trying to hide something within their barbecue meats. Why would you put sauce on it first? Let me taste the meat first. You let me decide if I need to doctor it up. But you putting the sauce on it immediately without the option of choice means, to me, you're hiding something. Oh, by the way, please don't give me the I'm proud of my barbecue sauce and I want you to taste it. If I don't put it on there, there's a better chance that you won't taste it. Yeah, well, good. That means your meat's great. Doesn't need sauce. I think you're hiding something. Barbecue comes out from behind the kitchen, or from back in the kitchen, sauce on it. It's disconcerting to me. Immediately, I'm trying to figure out what I need to be on the lookout for. What would it taste like without the sauce? Is there something off? Is the sauce hiding something? I understand sauce should be the complement. It should just be a piece of the whole barbecue picture. I'm afraid it's hiding something. So leave it off on the side. I'll try it, I swear. I'm a big sauce guy. I love to try all kinds of different sauces, all that fun stuff. I make a really good sauce on my own. But I'm never just putting it on willy-nilly. You come to my house for barbecue, sauce on side only, and 70% of you are agreeing with me on that. Hey, coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less. This coming Friday, episode 406, taking you back to September 5th, 2017, as we continue the 5 weeks of the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame Best Moments Show. This Friday, you will hear Travis Clark of Clark Crew Barbecue. A lot of people love the origin story of Travis Clark earlier in the month. You can subscribe to the show by visiting the website, thbbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. That's how you can also get the Best Moments Show. Got to subscribe to the podcast feed to get the Best Moments Show. Got to subscribe to the podcast feed in order to get the archive audio replays of the Barbecue Central Show. And by the way, don't forget, if you want to hear a guest or a segment again that you fear has been lost in the archives, you can email John Solberg and let him know what you'd like to hear. John's email address is John, J-O-N, John, J-O-N, at thebbqcentralshow.com. And we have a contact piece from Casey Hansen via thebbqcentralshow.com, and then however the hell you get to the contact us, I believe it's in, is it at the bottom? Wherever the hell it is, he found it. I asked the question, what barbecue topic would you like to hear about? His answer was, love the old roundtable discussions on barbecue secrets. You're not the only one. Casey, along the most downloaded shows that have ever been as it relates to the audio podcast. Show feedback. Casey writes, I really like the recent full interviews you have been having with guests from their childhood to present day. Very entertaining and very personable. Casey, thank you very much. We call those the origin stories. And you will find them as Barbecue Central Show Guest Hall of Famer. So whatever year we're in, you can go back. Now, I have done origin stories with the American Royal Barbecue Hall of Famers as well. Not all of them, but some of them I have. In fact, one of my favorite ones, or I thought perhaps one of my favorite ones, is with John Marcus of Cosby Show fame, of Late Line fame, Friends with Al Franken, of course, barbecue pitmasters in all forms and fashions, barbecue television in general. He is also a Barbecue Hall of Famer. And the year he got into the American Royal Barbecue Hall of Fame, he came on the show, we talked about it, and then we did a origin story of John Marcus, and I found it using Listen Notes or whatever the website is that Doug Scheiding had turned me onto a number of years ago. And I just typed in origin story once you find my show, and then it brings up all the things that have origin story involved in the title, and then you can listen from there. I went back and listened to that John Marcus interview, and I got to say, if you know who John Marcus is, and if you don't know who John Marcus is, it is worth finding the John Marcus origin story and listening to it. It's an unbelievable listen. I will give myself some credit. It is an unbelievable interview. Hearing how he started writing, hearing how he got into Bob Hope's trailer back in the day at the Ohio State Fair, hearing how he drove to New York City to hand-deliver jokes to Bob Hope that he wrote for him, hearing how he got to go up in Bob Hope's suite and hang out as he reviewed jokes, hearing how he walked his hometown streets on a Thursday around 8 p.m. and every house that he looked in systematically had the Cosby Show, every single house on the street. Fascinating interview. So fascinating, we took a piss break during the interview. It went that long. If you haven't heard it in a while, if you've never heard it, if you just listened to it yesterday, I encourage all to go back and listen to it again. It's awesome. That's probably a best moments show, John, now that I'm thinking about it. Do I have to make a request like everybody else? All right, well, we made it through the open portion. That means we have the embedded correspondents to carry us through the balance of the second hour here. Before we do that, we'll talk to you about Big Papa Smokers, somebody who should be in the American Royal Barbecue Hall of Fame. Whether you're chasing a grand championship or just aiming to impress at your backyard cookouts, Big Papa Smokers has the rubs that deliver the results. Trusted by competition pros and weekend warriors just like me. Their award-winning lineup like Sweet Money, Competition Brisket and Steak, Cash Cow, Cattle Prod, Little Louis Seasoned Salt, Desert Gold, all my favorites. Bold, proven flavors that they bring to each and every cut. For a limited time, they've brought back the fan-favorite Cucaracha for a fiery kick that turns up the heat in any cook. Barbecue Central Show listeners, this one's for you. Use promo code BBQ Central 25 all together at checkout. That's BBQ Central 25 at checkout for free ground shipping now through October 31st, 2025. So you got 3 days left to get it in. Remember, it was 3 months. Now it's 3 days. Don't sleep. Use promo code BBQ Central 25 at checkout for free ground shipping now through October 31st. That's BigPapaSmokers.com. BigPapaSmokers.com. We're back with the embedded correspondents right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
And speak of the devil, this portion of the show is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars, where each blend is a chapter in a grand tale of craftsmanship and passion. The portfolio is a symphony of flavors, each note carefully composed to create an unforgettable Nicaraguan smoking experience. You can find a retailer near you by visiting their website, McAuliffeCigars.com, and using the dealer locator. And McAuliffe spelled MICALLEF, McAuliffeCigars.com. It is the fourth Tuesday of the month, and that can only mean one thing. What is that? The Embedded Correspondents are back, and there they are, just to the right of me, our pal Doug Scheiding from the great state of Texas. And to the right of Doug, it's John Solberg from the great state of Michigan. Directly below me, a Rusty Monson from the great city of Utah, and Matt Osman from Tennessee, caddy corner below me there in the center next to the logo. All right, guys, we have a slew of 100% Assurity questions to get to. But before we do that, we have a couple things to get to, the first of which is the YouTube poll question of the week. Doug, we'll start with you, of course.
Thank you, my lord.
Barbecue sauce on the meat or barbecue sauce on the side?
No question, on the side.
Yes, all right. And John, sauce on side or sauce on meat?
On the side, please.
On the side, all right. And Rusty, sauce on side or sauce on meat? No Rusty. Or Rusty, but Rusty can't hear me. So Rusty's going to need to reboot. We'll potentially go back to him at a later date. Matt, sauce on side or sauce on meat?
Definitely sauce on side.
Yes, all right. So it is. I'm going to guess Rusty is the sauce on side as well, but maybe he'll come back to that here in a second. 71% of the YouTube voting public also saying sauce on side. All right, let's go ahead and push in on Matt. Matt, we have a live tasting of Arby's steak bites. So just so you know, everybody, next month, although I'm sure most people went ahead and did it this month, but of course, you know me and sticking to my guns. That's not a thing. Matt is going to do a live tasting of the Arby's steak bites. If you've seen the commercials, then you know they are pimping steak. The lighting is not great, and neither is those steak bites in that white paper cup. So, Matt, give us a price point, give us a count on steak bites, and then bite into those bad boys for a live feedback.
Oh, bless the things we do for barbecue. This was $5.82. That was with government. And there are 5, I guess, ununiformed. Talk about a burnt end. Here we go.
Wow.
I'm going to go for the
so
largest
$1,
one.
$1 burnt end?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow,
there's
sweet.
a little bit of, I don't know if you can see sauce or moisture or something at the bottom. Here we go.
Can you, okay. You didn't want to smell it first? Give us a little sniffy sniff? No? All right, first, okay, so the face is kind of saying it all, but let's not just go off of face. Let's go ahead and get a full culinary report on the palate.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Or should I say, kind of wash it down a little bit?
Yeah, that was needed. Definitely well cooked, for sure. Seasoning maybe like a teriyaki type soy back, something. Like a beef jerky kind of flavor, aroma, and definitely texture.
Is there
like
sweetness?
Not a lot.
Okay, good.
I've got the
I like sweet
hickory smoked barbecue sauce that it's not going to make it any better. But not worth the $5 or almost $6. No.
All right. I was going to ask that, so you beat me to the punch. Anybody else by raise of hand do the steak bite challenge already? John, what did you think of it?
I didn't get teriyaki, and I'm sure regionally these are all different, but I think they were overcooked and overpriced.
Yeah.
Like overcooked tough?
No, to me, it was mush. It was total mush.
Oh, okay. Overcooked, like hammered. Would you say there was any smoke essence or aroma?
Tons. I that's all I got was smoke, like full blown smoke. Too much.
No smoke for you, Matt.
It's trash.
Trash.
That's what I'm tasting.
Rusty,
Yeah,
what was your review of the steak bites?
All right, we have to know something about me. I love Arby's. It's my favorite.
All right, I like Arby's. Yeah, no shame in that game.
No, there's like and there's love. I love it.
Wow.
I go there. I'm fat because of Arby's.
I feel like you're setting us up.
Yeah. By the way, cut my finger. The fucking slice the shit of it.
Wow.
Look at that.
Just now?
Yeah. Cool, huh?
Wow,
Yeah. Put some dirt in it. That said, that shit, I went twice because I couldn't believe how awful it was. It was terrible. When you open the top of it, I was like, oh God, I'm gonna not enjoy this. And I was so sad. It was really sad for me because I'm a huge Arby's fan and had it twice, and it was both times my kids wouldn't even eat it. So it was really bad.
All right, Doug, what's your take?
Yeah, I was wondering. It did seem to. I think I paid $7 for it, so I didn't get the military discount or whatever. But $7 for 5, and it had a red tinge around it, and I was like, "Is that food coloring?" Or I couldn't believe they'd be smoking this. But I thought instead of it was more of a Worcestershire, maybe hiding liquid smoke sort of thing, is what I thought.
Was it some of that? You think they put that? What is it? The pink salt or whatever? Like you get on the Chinese ribs to make them pink. Have some of that flair to it. Yeah.
Or some sort of red, or a tandoori food coloring or something like that to fake the smoke ring.
Did you get smoke?
Because they got to be heating it up in a. No, I got more pepper.
Yeah, Rusty, smoke flavor.
Like overwhelming. Like they put hickory smoke in all over it. It's terrible.
All right, so you and John have a similar experience, and Matt and Doug have a similar experience. So nobody is recommending the Arby's steak bites. I will go ahead and do that and give you my hot take on it next month. But it appears that the odds are against me.
If you want expensive small portion dog food, yes, I'll endorse it for that. But that's probably cruelty to a dog as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to do that. All right. So we have a whole bunch of 100% Assurity questions, and we'll get going here this evening. All right, Doug, we'll start with you, and we'll start with you every time around, of course, and that makes it easier for me. 100% yes or 100% no. You are familiar with the product Smokin' Pecan Pellets.
My lord, yes, I am.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Doug. John, you are familiar with the Smokin' Pecan Pellets?
No, I am not.
Nope. Rusty, Smokin' Pecan Pellets?
I am not.
No? Interesting. Matt, Smokin' Pecan Pellets?
Heard of them, never used them.
All right. I had heard of them many, many, many months ago, perhaps even a year to a year and a half ago, when they had perhaps just started to hit the market. So for those uninitiated, not wood pellets, although they are compressed in the pellet form, but they are using pecan shells, which evidently are sustainable and, all the good feelies about these kind of things, a sustainable source. And they are supposed to, last longer and produce more wood smoke. So the usual knock of any pellet cooker is that the wood smoke is a little light on the flavor, and this is supposed to go ahead and give you a little bit more flavor, a little bit of a sweeter. So, obviously, perhaps in that fruit wood realm, and I believe they're coming in 20-pound boxes, so kind of a nifty thing there. So if you're interested, Smokin', S-M-O-K-I-N, SmokinPecan.com is the website, and you can get 10% off with BBQ Central. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I've actually used them.
Yeah, what do you think?
And I do think they do provide more smoke.
Yep.
I don't know if they last longer, but they definitely seem to, the grill seemed to be a lot smokier when I was running them. So I actually ordered.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No.
No. You go.
Well, I actually ordered 3 boxes
Wow.
because I wanted to try them out because I had heard that some people in competition were using them, and so I wanted to check them out. So I still have a box left to experiment with.
I saw a video in the last couple of days where some guy had a pair of tweezers, took a pellet, and then submerged it in water for any number of seconds or up to a minute or 3 minutes or whatever it was, and it did not expand. It kept its integrity. And now he didn't then chuck it in a fire to see if it burned, but usually you stick a pellet in water and it expands and it's a waste. So all right, so we're 50-50 on the smoking pecan wood pellets. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. There is too much bad information and ranges for internal finishing temps of beef out there on the internets today.
I wouldn't say too much, no.
No? John, there's too much bad info for internal finishing temps for beef.
I'm going to go with Doug and say no on that one.
Rusty, too much bad info on internal temps. Are you muted? Oh, Rusty, where'd you go? Must be reconnecting. Rusty, try again. And no Rusty again. All right, Matt, 100% yes or 100% no. There's too much bad info and ranges for internal finishing temps for beef.
I'm going to say 100% no, not for beef. Other proteins, yes.
All right. Rusty, you there? And he's there, but he can't hear me. I'm going to diverge from the group. I think there is too much bad information and ranges when it comes to internal beef temperatures. I agree with that statement. And Rusty, if you hear me, just give me the high sign and we'll come back to you on that one. We'll keep going. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. Outlaw smokers are going to put several other pit builders out of business, especially with their new can/drum cooker.
I'm not that familiar with them, so I'd say no.
John?
No, they're not.
Rusty's still hard at work trying to cut off other fingers, it looks like. So we'll go to Matt. Matt, outlaw smokers are going to put several other pit builders out of business, especially with their new can/drum cooker.
I'm going to say 100% yes, especially if Jay can get that price point just right.
New can drum smoker, gateway drum smoker, pit barrel cooker, Badger barrel. I think they are not putting anybody out of business. Now, this is not a Rusty there. Nope. This is not a way to get around this question here, but I think given the current business climate as we go into 2026, we could see a return back to the pandemic where there was a lot of acquisition. I could see other grill companies, other pit builders acquiring smaller or companies that are not doing as well and kind of ingesting them to add by purchase. But we'll get into that in predictions as we get into December going into 2026. Rusty, still a no for you? Are you there? Or no? Boy, he's really trying hard, though. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You know who won the Jack Daniels barbecue contest this year?
I read, but I've already forgotten.
John, you know who won the Jack?
Sadly, no, I do not.
Matt, you know who won the Jack?
I know at least the top three.
It's a yes. And I'm with Doug and John, unfortunately. I heard about it, but I don't remember who it was. Was it a foreign team that won the Jack, Matt?
No, it was the first Florida team to GC at the Jack ever. King's Barbecue.
King's Barbecue. All right, well, good for Kings. I'm not even going to bother with Rusty. We'll go to the next question. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you know when the American Royal is this year.
It's when it's cold, like in November 4th or something like that. Yes.
Matt, is that correct? Oh, wait. So you're saying yes, you know when it is?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. John, you know when the American Royal is this year?
I do now, thanks to Doug.
Sorry.
Matt, you know when the American Royal is?
I sure had better. I'm going to be en route on next Wednesday.
Oh, all right. I did not know. Or should I say,
Andrew,
I did not know the American Royal. It's the best drop ever. And Rusty has left the building. 100% yes or 100% no. I can't believe we're going to have to go back and do like 8 questions when Rusty gets his signal back, which I think probably will be never. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, Mr. Brisket is providing 25% of the meat to the American Royal this year.
I don't know that for a fact, but I would say yes because they are sponsored or mentioned or something like that as the meat sponsor.
We'll go for a yes. John, Mr. Brisket providing 25% of the meat to the American Royal this year?
I'm going with a yes on that one.
All right. And Matt, Mr. Brisket providing 25% of the meat to the American Royal this year.
Can I get clarity of the question? Are you
Yes.
talking the 4 main categories or total meat turn-in for all categories?
I'm going to go with the mains.
Okay. 100% yes, more than 25%.
All right. And because I just happen to know the answer to this question, we have what is called a unanimous yes. They are providing 25% of the meat to the American Royal. Now, this was a little bit less than a week ago, so perhaps that number has jumped up a little bit. Rusty, are you back on board with us or no?
Am I?
Yes, you are. Wow. Well, I said, boy, it's going to suck when we got to go back and start with question number 2 to get Rusty caught up. But guess what? We're not going to do that. However, we will ask you this question, Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no. Mr. Brisket is providing 25% of the meat to the American Royal this year. Yes or no?
I would hope so. That would be cool for everybody involved.
All right. We're back at it. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you knew the 2025 World Food Championships took place 2 weeks ago.
As much as I hate to say, no, I didn't. I didn't know.
John, you knew the World Food Championships took place 2 weeks ago.
First of all, I'm glad Doug didn't know, and no, I didn't know either.
Wow. Rusty, you knew the World Food Championships took place 2 weeks ago in Indy.
I did. There's always Facebook drama when it happens, so that's how I always know.
All right. I mean, no offense, Rusty, but your mic sounds like shit all of a sudden. What is going on out there?
He's underwater.
I know.
I think it's a cord. I got to fix the cord.
Cord. All right. Get that fixed by next month, or that's it. Matt, you knew that the World Food Championships happened 2 weeks ago?
I absolutely did.
Yes. Were you there?
I was not there. I
No.
had an invite, but no.
Well, in a similar fashion to Matt, I had an invite, except the invite was not from Mike McLeod. It was from somebody else. And the invite was sent through where? Wait. Let's play a game. Doug, we'll start with you. Guess where my invite to the World Food Championships was sent. Or sent through.
Sent through. I'd say it was a text.
Nope. John, how was it sent through?
The U.S. mail.
Good guess. No. Rusty, where was my invitation sent through?
Instagram.
Ooh. Close. Matt?
It's only got to be one other.
Okay.
Twitter. Or X.
Indeed not. The invitation was sent through LinkedIn. Let me tell you the last time I was on LinkedIn. I think it just started. So when I happened to go on it, and I don't know why I got on it, I knew I should have caught that. I saw the invitation, but it was a very general invitation. So by the time I ended up replying back to it, I also had no idea that the World Food Championships had taken place 2 weeks ago. So I had an invite, but it was on a platform I never check, and I certainly never check the direct messages that I get on LinkedIn. And lo and behold, the World Food Championships had already taken place when I shot back. When is it? Oh, it's over. We've already done that. All right. Well, we're getting through these questions here. So, gents, hang out just for 1 second. Well, maybe my business is already caught up. Fine. Quick update on the poll. Sounds funny if you isolated that. Coming up, or update on the poll, barbecue sauce on the meat or on the side. 72% of you are still saying sauce on the side. Rusty, I think we have to ask you that when we come back, which will be in just a few moments. So stick around, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
And we welcome you back. It is the Embedded Correspondents. Doug will make it back, don't worry. What's he doing? Is he going for a change? Rusty's got... Rusty, can you not hear me again all of a sudden? What's he doing? Doug, what are you up to? What are you up to, Doug?
My Halloween costume was on Saturday.
Wow. What is that?
I was one of the clown from the It.
Oh, yes, the It. All right. Well, did you win? I mean,
the actual fuck is happening?
Well, I can hear you, Rusty. I can hear you. Oh, I hate when his mic's on, and then we got to hear him verbalizing his disgust with himself. If it gets too much,
sounds
then
better.
I'll mute him. Yeah, I know it sounded great, but I'll have to.
It
mute
doesn't
him.
sound like he's underwater.
No, but he can't hear me, so that's not great.
I've got
All
my
right.
new screenshot for Doug's call.
100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you were surprised how fast we got through the 5 origin stories this year for Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame.
Yes, and it was fantastic.
John, surprised how quickly we got through all 5 origin stories.
Absolutely, and a little bit, oh my God, you beat my ass on it.
I think we still Friday and then the following Friday to close out week 5. So who knew how that was going to happen? We'll skip Rusty this way around. Matt, you were surprised how quickly we got through the 5 origin stories.
I'm going to say 100% no, because those in this year could not wait to accept and then hear and tell their story as to why they're in the Guest Hall of Fame. So, no, I'm not surprised.
While past performance is not indicative of future results, I go by past performance. So I am 100% surprised that we got through the 5 origin stories in, I think it was 3 weeks. And you know you're blasting through them when I think they were in successive weeks. And then also like Travis, and then we had an Andy and an Emily. So we had 3/5 of them knocked out in 2 weeks. So I was very geeked about that. I was a little unsure how quick Melissa Cookston was going to run to the mic. But as soon as I was able to nail her down, she was very quick. And I agree with Doug, I think, all in all. Doug, did any one of them in particular stand out to you?
Actually, they all stood out in a different way than what I expected. So Travis is probably one of the most determined people I think you could ever meet. I had no idea. And Melissa was very humble, and all those basically obstacles she had to overcome as a woman, and that he was basically taking the awards in the beginning. Wes is a smart MFer, and I didn't know he was still in mergers and acquisitions. Emily D was so happy. And why did she take a job after interviewing in the Home Depot trailer park? That was in a trailer in the unbelievable versus whatever she had. And then the food journey of Andy was very, very cool, and his association with Chris Hart for so long, just amazing.
John, did you have one or two that stuck out to you?
I'm kind of with Doug. Each one stood out to me in its presentation, but looking back, I was like, I had totally different reaction than what I thought I would to each of them. And matter of fact, there a lot of great origin stories. They were all fantastic. So no, I can't pick one out as an individual.
Matt, anyone stick out to you? I think you're on mute, pal.
There we go. Much better. Sorry.
There you go.
As a definitive, Travis is probably like just overarching, but agreeing with everybody else. Yes, I learned something new, even though I knew an abundance of each of the Hall of Famers. But I would also say this, listening to Wes, I've not written out to him, but I feel like Wes and I have probably more in common than I or he would ever have known. Like, Miami.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Well, but hear me out. He lived in Atlanta.
You're the guy that told me that you had to leave Florida because you were getting arrested too much. And Wes is like skateboarding, getting chased away by the local cops. Like, that's the only thing you might have in common.
There's actually a bit more with his stuff at Burger King and whatnot to not get into. But anyway, it just, as he's the oldest or the youngest of four.
Youngest.
Anyway, there were, yeah. So there's as I was listening to it, I was like, oh, me too. Anyway, that's for a different time. But
Connectors for Matt. Absolutely.
There you go.
One did stand out to me. So maybe I have the benefit of having had multiple conversations with all of these folks over the years. The one that really stood out to me was Emily Detweiler. I had only known her as a pretty close to the vest company gal, lot of PR talk on, hey, that's a great question. Yeah, I'd be happy to answer that, like the trained way of talking. So to get her out of that, I mean, there was a little bit of that still because I think that's who she is. But to get her out of that element and find out where she actually came from, that she was a big band geek, not into band rock and roll, but was in the band. That helps her get into Drake College. I thought she was just Mizzou, and that was post-grad. A lot of things that I didn't know about Emily, having had a relationship with her over, 10 plus years. I didn't feel like I knew too much more about most of the others because I kind of knew about them. Certainly there were some things that I had no idea about, but Emily was the biggest one that stood out to me as far as most things that I didn't know that now I know. So good for me. And thank goodness that Rusty really stayed on that case to lobby for her to get into the Guest Hall of Fame. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. She was happy. And then basically having the mom call before she shows up at the door because of the Barry White music going on in the background.
That's right. Hey, Mom, you got to call. You got to call from now on. Me and Mr. Emily Detweiler might be doing a little horizontal mambo, so don't just show up anymore at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Got to get in where you fit in. All right. Let's get back to the questions. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, if approached by a publisher, you would write a barbecue book of some sort.
I haven't yet, and I've been approached.
That's got to be a no. John, you would write a barbecue book if approached?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Matt, you would write a barbecue book if approached by some sort of publisher or agent?
For sure, man. 100% yes. Give me that worst sellers list.
I'm going to go no. I'm I don't read books. I'm certainly not going to write one. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug. Arby's sauce better than Chick-fil-A sauce?
Sorry, I can't answer that because I don't go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, all right.
But I would bet no.
No. John, Arby's sauce better than Chick-fil-A sauce?
I have to abstain. I can't. I've never tasted either.
I'm going to answer for Rusty on this one. Yes. Because Arby effing loves Arby's, as he had mentioned. Matt, Arby's sauce better than Chick-fil-A sauce?
I'm going to go 100% yes.
Yes?
Yeah, all day.
And I'm going to back up Matt on that. I've happened to have both, and I believe Arby's sauce is better. Next question, 100% yes or 100% no? Doug, you care about the open fire meetup in Hondo, Texas.
Yes, because it's close.
John, you care about the open fire meetup.
I do not.
Nope. Matt, open fire meetup, you care.
Yes, I do care. And I hate that it's on the same weekend as the American Royal.
Were you invited?
Loosely, not, but.
All right, that's enough.
Anyway, yeah.
Do I care? No. I should care because it's like live fire related, but I don't care. And it has nothing to do with Texas. That one I don't care about. I want to. Maybe I don't even care about that one. All right. I'm not going to get off into the weeds here. We'll stay on time tonight. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, not sharpening your knives is worse than not keeping a cover on your grill.
Wow, that is a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go no.
Wow. John, not sharpening your knives worse than not keeping a grill on your cover on your grill.
I'm having a moment. Could you repeat the question?
Not sharpening your knives is worse than not keeping a grill cover on.
Yes. 100% yes.
Matt, not sharpening your knives worse than not keeping a grill or cover on your grill.
Especially with Rusty's cut finger, I wish he was available for this question. I'm going to say 100% yes. It is definitely worse than not covering your grill.
While you might expect a different answer from me on this, I am also going to go yes. I believe in covering all grills at all times, without question, without fail. However, that dull knife now becomes a much bigger potential demon to you and your safety than that cover does actually protecting the grill. So I will always want to keep my knives sharper. And if I have to choose between the two, sharp knives over grill covers all day long. Great question. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, heavy-duty foil is the only type of foil that matters.
Absolutely yes. 100%.
John, heavy-duty foil is a banger.
Hands down. Got to go that way, yes.
Matt, heavy-duty foil, the only one in your heart.
There's no substitute.
And we will make it unanimous. I believe the same thing that Matt said. Could there possibly be any other foil than heavy-duty foil? I think not. Now we're getting to the good questions. I think we're going to be out on time unless we get in the left field somewhere. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. The band Oasis is one of the best bands of all time.
No effing way.
John, Oasis, one of the best bands of all time.
I'm going to go against you, Greg, and say, no, they're not.
Rusty says no. Matt, Oasis, one of the best bands of all time.
I almost spit my drink out. Not even close. No.
We will make this also unanimous. It's a 100% no for me. Look, I asked this question, and the Oasis band or guy, I don't know, have been on like a feel out tour and selling out like hotcakes. 70, 80, 90, 100,000 fans showing up for Oasis. And I don't understand it. I can name maybe 2 songs that they ever did, and both of those most popular songs is what I would call trash music. But I was texting with my pal Jason Kaplan the other day, and I gave him the same thought, like, hey, hot take, Oasis is trash. Immediately shot back, no way. They're great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow, once again, I am living in the minority. However, I'm happy to say that the Embedded Correspondents are also living in the minority with me. And that's where I want to be. 100% yes or 100% no? Doug. Greg called Matt Osmond just after the Cleveland Browns whooped the Miami Dolphins' ass last Sunday and taunted him about the victory.
Yes, damn straight he did.
All right. John, I taunted Matt.
My apologies for my answer on the last one with a comment on you, but I'm going to say no, you did not do that.
No offense taken, by the way. All right, let's go ahead and see if Rusty's around. Rusty, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I see he's went back to the gamer headset, which I love to see, but has also kept... Oh, all right. Easy. He's also kept the other microphone in shot, so in case anybody wants to say that he's not using a microphone, indeed, he is using a microphone. Rusty, I want to run this one back. I answered for you, but I'd love to get your official take on this. 100% yes or 100% no. Now I'm scared, by the way. The band Oasis is one of the best bands of all time.
No. They have some really good songs. So.
All right. I heard no. I hope everybody else heard no, and then I heard like every other word after that. But I definitely heard no on that. All right, so let's go.
They're not the best.
They're not. Yep. 100% yes or 100% no. Rusty, Greg called Matt Osmond just after the Cleveland Browns whooped the Miami Dolphins' ass this past Sunday and taunted him. It's not that hard. And no Rusty again. All right. All right. We tried. Rusty, just call it a night. Go to bed. It's all right. No harm, no foul. Also, wait. You there?
That was cool. Yeah, I'm saying I haven't.
All right. Rusty, quit the show tonight, and we'll try again next month, okay? That's it. I'm doing away with you. You see yourself, but I'm not going back to you anymore. Huh. Well, I don't know where I need to go with this one then. Like, I ultimately know the answer, but also Matt knows the answer. So, Matt, you're not allowed to say anything. It goes to me. Did I call Matt and give him shit about the Cleveland Browns kicking the Miami Dolphins' ass this past Sunday? I didn't even watch the game. I didn't watch the game. I quit the Browns 3 weeks ago. So I didn't even know they won until Matt sent the question in. Matt, can you confirm I didn't?
You did not.
Shit? Yes, I did not. No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I quit the Browns.
I was expecting it, but
no way. Go ahead, Doug. You're on mute.
Dang it. Do you revoke the Lord Gregory Rimpy from being used since you called yourself Greg?
I do.
Third person?
I do.
Okay.
I have to say 10 Hail Marys that I got to remember to. I know. It's very hard now that I'm changing my name.
Sorry, my lord.
I've had my regular name for so long to know that my new name is Lord Gregory. It's going to take some time, but I'm really going to try to keep after it. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug. David Lee Roth Van Halen had more iconic songs than Sammy Hagar Van Halen.
That's not the question you asked Jess.
Nope.
I would say David Lee had more iconic, but was not better.
All right. John, David Lee, more iconic songs than Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, Thank you, Doug, for giving me out. Yes.
All right. Matt, 100% yes or 100% no. David Lee Roth, Van Halen. More iconic songs than Sammy Hagar, Van Halen.
I got to go with Joe Dirt on this one. No way, man.
Wow. I'm going to agree with John and Doug, and it's not even close. Iconic, David Lee Roth, 100%. Now,
isn't it about time though? I mean, wasn't David Lee the singer for a lot longer than Sammy Hagar?
Well, I don't know if I know that. Matt, do you happen to know that?
I don't know.
I
that.
don't.
I would go out on a limb and say it could be equal time and maybe Sammy Hagar longer than David Lee Roth. However, does not change the fact how many iconic songs came out of David Lee Roth Van Halen, in my opinion, than Sammy Hagar's. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, David Lee Roth is a better singer than Sammy Hagar.
No.
And a quick no. John?
I'm going to have to go with no as much as I came out of that virgining days.
All right. Matt, David Lee Roth, better singer than Sammy Hagar.
100% yes.
I mean, the answer is no.
No.
David Lee Roth is a trash singer. Great frontman, great entertainer, trash
performer.
Singer. Performer, yeah.
Wait.
100% yes or 100% no. Doug, David Lee Roth, a better frontman than Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
John, DLR, better
yes.
frontman, yes. Matt, 100%. DLR, better frontman.
Okay, fine. Yes. Yes.
Right. By the way, it is another unanimous vote here tonight. David Lee Roth, definitely better. Last two questions. Go ahead.
Dates is 78 to 85 for Lee, and for Hagar, 85, 96, 03 to 05.
Okay, yeah, so far longer tenure.
Wow.
100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you wear cologne regularly.
Yes.
What do you wear?
I like Perry Ellis. Cool. I'm back in the 80s in the cool water.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Special occasions when you're looking to get a little action on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
All right. John, you wear cologne regularly?
No, not since Polo was a thing. No.
Polo is still a thing. It's a classic scent. It is a classic scent. Matt, you wear cologne regularly?
No, not regularly. Just special dress-up events.
All right. What do you wear?
I go through Curve, Jean-Claude, whatever it is, the man-looking bottle. Cool Water is also in the repertoire, and a 212.
212. All right. I do wear cologne regularly and currently enjoying Creed Aventus, but have also been known to do a Tom Ford Vanilla Tobacco, and on occasion, which everybody seems to hate, but I really like, the what is it? Guerlain Imperial from time to time as well. That is in the rotation. Last one. I wish Rusty was here for this. 100% yes or 100% no, Doug, proving that my hypocrisy knows no bounds. I have used...
Yes.
Okay.
You said you were going to, so you did. You're a man. The Lord is a man of his word.
The Lord is a man of his word. John proving that my hypocrisy knows no bounds. I have used the hardcore carnivore everyday carry steak knife in the past 30 days.
Love John's thought.
Yes, you have. Yes.
This is the hardest question of the night. I couldn't believe it.
Hardest question of the freaking year.
Now, 100% yes or 100% no. Matt, yikes. Proving that my hypocrisy knows no bounds. I have used the hardcore carnivore everyday carry steak knife in the past 30 days.
We're getting our 5th unanimous one. Yes, you did.
All right, here we go. Guys. Sorry, Doug. I didn't use it.
Wow.
I was so close.
Oh, yes.
I was so close. But the 2 times I reached for it, I left it at home because I'm still learning to wear it because I had not worn it for months. So now I'm relearning to wear it. So it was very close. I thought for sure I was going to use it. I was trying to remember to use it. This is not shtick. Believe me, I'm not trying to carry it on. Promise me this. Everybody vote yes in November, and I will use it. I know Rusty can't hear me, so he's the crapshoot in all of this. And nobody say anything to him. I don't believe he listens in replay.
I won't.
But please vote yes. I promise I'm going to use it because I will have remembered to. Anyway, we have time for promotion, and we will start with our pal Doug in Texas. Doug, what do you have going on?
I will be on the Baseball and Barbecue podcast many times in the next month or so.
Yes.
So look out for that.
Lots of baseball talk and barbecue talk. John, what are we promoting?
The best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less every Friday. Just go wherever you get your favorite podcast, search the Barbecue Central show, and subscribe.
Go ahead, Doug.
I apologize. I would like to promote the origin stories. And if the listeners aren't listening to those, they need to.
So I think what I'm going to do, and I'll get you here in a second, Matt, is I'm going to get in touch with the web host and see if we can't make a section. And then I'm going to actually try and track down all of the origin stories that I've done through that website, Listen Notes or whatever it is you sent me a couple years ago. And so
Podchaser.
Yeah. So I'll put a list together, and then I'll send it out to everybody and see if that is something that can be confirmed for the most part, if we find them, I don't know. But then, so it'll be a header on the top that says origin story, and then there'll be a page, and it'll just be hyperlinks that will go right to the show there on the Blueberry page. So anybody have a thought against that or make it accessible for the origin stories? I think that's easier than trying to dig them out. So we'll do that. Matt, what do you have going on in the next 30 days?
Little busy. I am going to be at the Spooky Q KCBS competition in Kentucky this weekend. It's a first time comp. The rep is from France, but from the States, back here from France. Anyway, and then I'll be at the American Royal with The Good Charcoal in Pit Row, promoting the brand and all of everything. And then Blinky's Offset Barbecue, when we're in business and open, because we're going to be closed next week, open on Tuesdays now. Blinky's Offset Barbecue open on Tuesdays, adding another day of business.
All right. Well, make sure that doesn't interfere with your monthly duties here on the Barbecue Central show, and then you can stay open on Tuesdays as long as you want. Doug Scheiding is just to the right of me, and John Solberg to the right of him, and there was a moment of Rusty Monson during the hour here tonight from the great city of Utah and Salt City Barbecue proprietor. And there's Matt Osmond just to the right of a stationary Rusty Monson, and he's from Tennessee. Guys, appreciate the time, and we will see you in November. There they are, the Embedded Correspondents. So I am caught up on business, and we are just running a little late, but for an Embedded Correspondence segment, right on time. The poll ends tonight, creeping ever closer to 50-50 on barbecue sauce on the meat or on the side. 69% of you are saying on the side as we end the poll here officially this evening. All the way back in the first hour, it was all me all the time. We had a Anthony Parliament phone call. We also had a Johnny Maggs phone call or VMix call, whatever. Loaded us through. Also told you that I am now officially a lord and my wife is officially a lady. I mean, I do that. Again, for those of you that were requesting samples of the McAuliffe Green, those are going out tomorrow on Wednesday the 29th. I think that'll do it. Big show planned for you next week. We'll start in November, if you can believe it. A Sam the Cooking Guy, a Malcolm Reed, amongst others. So, How do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shalom!
Greetings from Bellevue, Tennessee. This is Matt Osmond with Blinky's Offset Barbecue, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.